Hi there, everyone. My name is Brave, and I'm here with Pete. We're both from the UK, and the topic today is to be feared or to be loved. Which one is the most important? Now, I'm going to let Pete. Sorry, you may hear a lot of squeaking because we're sitting on a leather couch and the silly thing keeps squeaking. So, sorry if you hear us moving around and shuffling around, but it is what it is. Anyway, so, what do you think, Pete? In your opinion, is it more important to be loved and admired or to be feared?
To be loved and admired.
Yeah. And that's the end of the video, you guys. No, I'm joking. Okay, can you delve deeper? Can you give us a bit more insight into why you think that way, please?
I don't know, because I'm a people pleaser.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, but people pleasing means that you're feeling that you won't be loved if you don't please these people?
Maybe. I don't know. I think I prefer. I just have no. I don't care about people fearing me. Um.
Wait, as a male, though, do you feel like society encourages males to be scary and violent or dominant?
Yeah, and that annoys me because I just don't want to be. So I don't like. Sometimes, like, I remember walking home.
Yeah.
And I could see, like, there's a woman walking in roughly the same direction, and I can tell she's worried because she's like, "Oh, is there a man following me?" And it's like, I don't want to have to deal with that. I'm not following her. She's just walking roughly the same direction I am.
Right.
Is that kind of thing?
But are you blaming her for fearing you as a man, or are
No,
you?
because the reason is because there are other men out there who she should be worried about. So it's not her fault. It's like society and other men.
Yeah, because the way I see it is she's smart to have a guard up and not need it, because it's better to not have your guard up and not need it than to need it and not have it. So yeah, so even though you were annoyed saying you don't want to deal with how people perceive you, but the world is weird and we're all a bit dumb sometimes, and even I hate how people perceive me in a wrong way and judge me and think I'm going to do something bad to them, even though I'm not even thinking of them at all. But then, yeah, you know how this world is. But carry on.
Yeah, so I was thinking about, say, at work,
Yeah.
I'm sort of relatively, like, I'm sort of middle seniority in the company. So there are people who are younger than me who haven't been doing it as long as I have. And there are a couple of people who have told me since that they were really worried about, like, impressing me.
Oh.
Because they were like, they were worried about what I felt about them, if you know. So it's like I was kind of, they were saying that they sort of they were worried about what I would judge, how I would judge them, if you know what I mean. And like, I was like the big scary, you know. Yeah.
And Pete is in no way scary whatsoever. No. Pete is like I'm scarier than Pete. When we walk together, like anywhere, people are scared of me, and yeah, I'm a female.
So they should be though.
Well, yeah, if they knew the real me. Oh, you should be scared. No, but like, for some weird reason, we give off two completely opposite energies. I give off the energy like I'm a samurai with my sword unsheathed walking towards you, like I wish you would mess with me, F around and find out kind of energy. And then Pete is totally like, hey, nice to meet you kind of energy, But do you think that, I mean, it's not your fault the way someone's perceiving you, but at the same time, are you giving out that energy of you should want to impress me, or are you not giving out that?
I'm quite serious when it comes to work, I suppose. So I think for somebody who's like new, like this was a guy who had just finished university. It's his first job, and
Yeah.
I'm a bit older than him. I've been in the company for a while. I'm more experienced software developer, and I can kind of see it. I can see why, but it's just sort of the odd thing is I think in socially in the company, just like chatting in the office, I don't think anybody cares about that. But when it comes to actual work, there's this I think it's like two different people said it, that they were sort of worried about submitting work to me because they thought I'd find problems and tell them I wasn't they weren't any good, that kind of thing, which is it's an odd thing for me.
Well, I would say that that's their insecurity, nothing to do with how you come across, because they clearly are new and in a job where they're not confident yet. So that's not even like you putting down a harsh energy of you better get this right or I'm going to fire you, I'm going to sack you, but in that work environment, I think it's good that they want to impress you, and I think they should fear the consequence of not doing their job correctly, because if you can't do the job, there's someone out there who will and deserves the job, so that a bit of, I don't know, I don't want to call it healthy fear, because is fear healthy? I'm not sure. I mean, to be scared of something that's going to hurt you or that is dangerous is a good boundary, but like, in the workplace, if I'm a boss, my speech would be on your first day, you either do what is expected of you, show everyone respect, or there is the door. You don't come here to chat with your work colleagues unless it's break time or lunchtime. You don't come here to mess about. You don't come here to ruin this company. You come here with respect for the company. We're doing a job. We're being paid to do a job, and we're professional, and that comes first. And if you can't do that, if you're immature or lazy, or you think you can do bare minimum and then you expect to get a bonus, there's the door. That's what I would be like. I prefer, it's not that I enjoy someone being scared of me, because I don't want to invoke a negative reaction in someone, but I would prefer you respect me enough not to disappoint me on purpose. Like, I don't want you to deliberately let me down. You know what I mean? Don't make me a promise you can't keep. If you're not here to do the job, not saying there's no leeway if you're stressed out and you couldn't get the work done. I would give you plenty of chances, but not if I saw you were taking the mick and just trying to trick me into thinking you're doing a great job when you have no intention of doing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think in that situation, but I think so. Going back to the original question,
is it more important to be feared or loved in different areas of life?
I think it completely depends on the area of life.
I think both, in a way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think there are some situations it's probably better to be feared. Some situations it's better to be loved. And
when I say both, I mean, like, if I'm in a marriage, I want you to be scared of losing me, not because I want you to feel bad, but because we should be scared to lose each other, so that respect should be there. That fear should encourage respect to stay together. If I'm with the wrong person, then there's no respect. Like, once I don't respect you, I don't care what I do to you anymore. And if I can't get away from you and I'm forced to stay in this situation with you where I don't respect you anymore, and you've done things that I made it clear these things are hurting me and you carry on doing them, then I'm not going to care if I'm not going to think considerately in your direction anymore, kind of thing. Yeah. But so let me think. When people, like, say you're like a Yakuza boss or a mafia boss, those kind of people prey on the fear that they instill in others. Like, they don't even have to do anything, just the person will make it up in their head how dangerous those people are, and that alone will scare them, you know, the potential of the danger they possess, you know. But like in regular life, where you don't feel your life is in danger, but to have respect for someone who deserves respect, you know, that's important, that's normal. But you do get a lot of people nowadays who their word is not their word, and there's not that loyalty anymore, or that, what's the word, like, just common courtesy. Like, if I give you my word, you can guarantee I will keep that. It would be very rare that I wouldn't keep my word to you. And if I didn't think I could keep my word to you, I wouldn't make you the promise in the first place, or I would apologize that I let you down, you know. So yeah, what do you think also about the fact that humans throughout history have been quite violent? I know I was going to do a different video about this, but I want to add a little bit here about, are humans inherently violent? Do you think it's part of our DNA? It's part of our instincts? What do you think?
I think so. I think the way we think at the moment about being peaceful and treating each other fairly is relatively modern.
Right.
And I think things have got more peaceful as time's gone on. So I think, I mean, if you go back like 1,000 years, life was brutal. And if you go back, and the further back you go, the worse it got. And
like, do you think it's strange how now when people mention the word cannibal, it's like, ew, what a monster, what? But didn't, like, people used to be cannibals, like, in the way back? Like, there were some groups of people who they would eat their enemies. It wasn't a big deal. It wasn't like, oh, we can only eat animals. It was like, no, this, my enemy's good barbecue meat too.
I don't know. I think so, probably.
No, but you must have heard of, you know, the Aztecs or other people, or the Mayans, or you know, they were like kicking the head around like a football of their enemy, drinking the blood of their enemies. Weren't they the ones doing that?
Yeah, I think so. And wasn't there? I can't remember. Yeah, I've heard of it I think all over the place. And I mean, it happens in other animals as well, I think.
Elaborate.
Like, I don't know. I think, don't some monkeys, or no, apes, sometimes like kill and eat enemy groups, I think.
Are they not carnivores? Sorry, they are carnivores.
Kind of, yeah. Semi-carnivore, yeah. Like chimps. I think chimps are really nasty.
Really?
Yeah, chimps are very nasty.
What, for killing?
Yeah.
Oh god. I didn't really remember, like, when I go to the zoo or the safari place, they always seem so, like, they're innocent, you know.
Yeah.
They're like, look at them in they put them in a little dungarees. No, I'm joking. Pushing the piano up the stairs in the adverts. Like, in England, we have a tea bag advert called PG something, and that was from years ago, like and people always make fun of it and say, oh, you know, look, do you remember the chimp pushing the piano up the stairs like he was a removal man? And yeah, I don't think they're allowed to do that anymore, because it's kind of like inappropriate now to put animals in, you know, in that kind of, like, dress them up. And yeah, anyway, so carry on, please.
I can't remember what I was saying.
Oh, you were saying how
I think
I said about cannibals, and how I wonder why now it's considered uncivilized and monstrous, but way back that certain people's ancestors were like giving child sacrifices in a volcano, or burying kids under a bridge so that it wouldn't the bridge wouldn't break, like Romans were doing that. And yeah, like even in London, there's stories that Romans, when they built up Londinium way back, and the River Thames, some of the bridges have bones of children under them from those days when they made things like that, sacrifices or whatever. Yeah, it's kind of creepy and weird. Like why did people come up with these rituals? Like, what is going on? What was the reason to come up with things like that? I don't know. But like, so do you think humans are inherently violent then, the way how animals have the instinct to hunt each other, I guess, or hunt other animals, I mean?
Yeah, I think so. I think we are, and I think we kind of have to learn not to be.
Oh, I was just thinking as you were talking, I thought, wait a minute. So if we're inherently violent, does that mean no matter how much we teach, if we were to turn around and teach ourselves not to be, it wouldn't matter? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. I feel like you could, because there are lots of people who are very pacifist, but I think that's a decision, and I think over time it becomes normal for you. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. I don't know why you're asking me these deep questions.
No, but you don't have to be no psychologist to just have an opinion. I want to know.
Well, yeah, something. Yeah, I don't know.
But what you're saying makes sense. And so I'm just thinking, if I think back to my childhood. Now I'm a female, was born a female, always been a female. But my family were very aggressive, violent people, and there was more females than males in my upbringing, and the male who should have been head of the household abandoned the household, and the female who was head of the household, my mum, obviously, she was brought up by violent females in her childhood. So, and her dad abandoned her as well. So you've got a load of females who have got generational trauma from males abandoning females and leaving them to look after the kids. And the females are hurt and distraught at being abandoned, at being left with children, and they're taking it out probably on the child of that man, perhaps. So they call it discipline, but by today's standards, it would be called abuse. You understand? So, so for me, looking at my childhood, I often think, I wonder if I would be less violent if I hadn't been exposed to females who were violent, because obviously males around us, we saw males as being tough and we expected them to be violent, but the females around me were extremely violent, and they weren't always violent to males. They kind of knew they weren't as strong as males, but they were very violent to other females. So I often think, well, if I was around soft, loving, kind females, would I still be as tough as nails as I am? Would I still be, not scared to take a punch and give a punch? I'm not sure. Because talk about your upbringing. You had a very different upbringing to me.
Yeah, my parents looked after me very well. Never really.
They stayed together.
Yeah. My parents are still together. Been married 40 something years. And so there's never any violence in the house at all.
Like, you never saw your dad raise his voice to your mum ever?
No, I think my mum more to my dad, but but even then it's not. There's this, I don't know what, there's this very strange thing in our family that we sort of kind of pretend that my mum's violent. I don't know why we do it.
And his mum is the sweetest, most docile person, but I'm sure she gets annoyed sometimes, at your messiness, because you and your dad are so messy.
She's more strict than my dad.
Yeah.
But I think it's a weird, sort of joke we've got, but I don't know where it comes from. I think there's one time my mum hit my dad for some reason. I can't remember what it was, and I think that's probably it.
What, like a sort of play slap, like?
No, I think she was really annoyed at him for something. I can't remember what it was. It was a long time ago. This was when I was a kid, but I think, and also I think she was the one who disciplined us more.
Right.
But
oh wait, your mum's got the Irish blood. That's why.
Yeah.
She would be like, "Get over here and slap the husband."
but she didn't though, not really. I think she actually used like threats of violence, like as discipline, and I think it was kind of believable, and so we
Yeah.
behaved ourselves.
Good.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I don't think she never needed to.
So you've never been hit by your mum or dad?
No.
Wow, you're lucky.
No, I don't think so, because I don't think.
Because I bet you really misbehaved. Like, I bet they were like, "Man, if I could hit Pete."
Like not maybe like a slap, you know.
Well, when you're a toddler, like,
Yeah,
slap
but
your
like,
hand a bit.
but not like beaten. You know, we weren't. You know, I never used anything to beat us with, you know, or anything like that. But they didn't.
I'm glad
need
you
to.
don't know what that feels like.
Yeah, maybe they like more like raise their voice and shout
Yeah.
if they needed to, but. I think the other thing is generally we were actually, like me and my two sisters, generally quite well behaved when we were kids
Right.
as well. Probably because we were disciplined properly at a younger age,
Right.
you know. So I don't think they ever really needed to. I think we were more annoying rather than.
Yeah.
And like I was always like being clumsy and breaking things accidentally. My parents kind of.
Falling out of windows, and your mum's like, "Not again! What the?" He's falling out the window again.
Yeah, well, that was when I was a baby. I fell out of that was a ground floor window. But
yeah, your mum told me that story.
yeah, she said I was like, yeah, she was cleaning a window and she had to open it to clean the.
And she looked away, and suddenly baby
I'm-
Pete was
I'm there,
climbing
and
out the
fell
window.
out, yeah. But there was another time when I was, I don't know, about 6 or 7, and I kind of rolled a stool and the leg hit a glass fronted cabinet and just smashed the glass. And it almost happened in slow motion, and I thought I was going to be in so much trouble. And Mum was very annoyed.
Yeah.
But it's kind of, she just accepts that this is the kind of thing stupid kids do. You know?
See, I'd be like, "You live in the garden now, Pete.
Yeah.
That shed is now your house." No, I'm joking. But I'd be like, "Why can't I have pretty things with these clumsy kids rolling stuff and smashing and falling out the windows?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I vaguely remember that I was messing around with this stool, and my mum said, "Can you stop playing with that? You're going to break something." And almost just to sort of say, "No, I'm not going to," I sort of just pushed it. It rolled and smashed something.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That sounds just like you. Like, even now, I'll be like, "Can you just stop doing that, please?" And you just be like, "No." And then something crazy will happen. I'll be like, "Get out." But yeah, so would you say you love or fear your parents then?
Oh, I love my parents. Oh, yeah, I don't fear them.
No, but do you fear disappointing them?
Oh, yeah, but that's completely different.
Oh, okay. Elaborate.
I don't know. It's different because I wouldn't say that's a different feeling entirely. I would say if you fear someone, it's like.
Because your life could be in danger. Oh.
Yeah. It's like you fear them, but fearing disappointing them is
An emotion because you love them, so you don't want to
Yeah.
hurt them. Is that what you mean?
yes, I think so. Yeah, I would, because it's like an anxiety thing, but it's like yeah, that's different.
Yeah, like when we were saying how what if you got a girl pregnant and you weren't married and you didn't want to be with her, but she trapped you with a baby, and I was like, would you think your parents would be disappointed?
Yeah, I think they would probably.
But you said you'd be there for the kid, but if you didn't want to be with the lady, you didn't have a problem not being with the lady. You just co-parent.
It's yeah, I have absolutely no idea what I would do in that situation because it'd be like two very conflicting thoughts, you know,
Right.
because for that to have happened, I would actually be really annoyed with her.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm very like that's like an emotional thing,
Yeah.
but kind of almost like in like what do you call it? An emotional thing.
Yeah.
It's like that I would think I wouldn't want to be that child
Right.
whose dad doesn't like them because of what their mum did.
Yeah.
So I would kind of want to force myself to be in that child's life. And,
Right.
and that's a really difficult thing to think about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I don't know, because I don't actually know how I would feel
Yeah.
about that.
Because
you know?
even men who have kids with women they like feel that fear of, wow, I've got a kid now. Oh, I got all this responsibility. You know,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
but to have a child come into the world and you don't even like the mum, sometimes men will treat the child the way they treat the mum. So the way they feel about the mum, that child is a part of that mother, and they can't detach that, I guess, hate or displeasure towards that woman. They will automatically shun the child.
Yeah. So I think if that happened, I'd just kind of accept the responsibility and just sort of think this is just what I've got to deal with now. It's not what I wanted,
Yeah.
but you know.
Yeah. Well, but that's good. That's good that you would be thinking. I mean, this hasn't happened to Pete, by the way. He's not that type of person. But no, the fact that you even considered a child and consider that, well, I wouldn't want to make them feel like they're not loved or not, I don't want them to feel abandoned. That's extremely decent of you, because a lot of people are like, I don't need to care, and it's your fault, and you as a female shouldn't have allowed. You're trying to trap me, as your problem, and then the kids suffer. So yeah, that's good. So, well, it's been 27 minutes. So do you want to end this video now, or do you want to keep going? I don't mind.
Yeah, I think should we call it there?
Yeah, okay. Thank you everyone for sorry, my tongue's all over the place. Thank you everyone for listening. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel, and we appreciate you guys coming to the channel and listening to us blather on. And God bless you all, and have a great day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care. Bye bye. Say bye, Pete.
Yeah, and Brave says that if you like, share, and subscribe, she'll let me out of the basement. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye, everyone.